Howdy, Juju Gang. How's it going? How is it going? Tesla 654. It feels like deja vu a little bit from yesterday's stream or Wednesday's stream. Let me know if I'm coming in okay in the chat. How's it going? Whatever. Scott, Casey, Blake, Salah. How's it going, guys? A lot of familiar faces from the Juju Gang community on Discord. David, how's it going? DJ says one. Yes. So Tesla's rallying without us, like you guys saying. Sounds good. Awesome. Thank you, Scott. Yes, aka Alex, how's it going? Yeah, let me know in the chat where you guys are tuning in from. I know we're gonna have some people coming in throughout the power hour. But as you tune in, I'd love to hear where you guys are tuning in from. Get the chat going. And yes, Tesla's rallying up. I mean, what, 10 minutes ago I was thinking we were gonna break 750 on the downside. It looks like it's turned up a little bit, and actually, if you look at this is the 1 minute graph, it looks like there's some strength coming back in. But there are some EMAs. This is the an EMA sitting at 755, so potentially some supply there. Probably not a lot, but something to keep an eye out for. Seattle, Atlanta, about to get in a plane. Safe travels, man. Hey Ashley, how's it going? Or hey Ashley, Johannesburg, says Paco. How's it going, Paco? That's right. Evan says, I had this on hold for 30 minutes and you shocked me. I'm tuning in from Milan. Sorry about that. Tuning in from the ATL. Sweden, Juju Gang represent Gonzalo. You guys have positions closing. Always do what's right for your account, whatever it is. Whatever it is. Northwest Minnesota, Cleveland. Are we still expecting Tesla to break delivery records this quarter, even with supply chain constraints? Yeah, David, I mean, I'm a Tesla bull. I'm a little bit biased because I'm a Tesla bull, obviously. I think so. I think Tesla's going to have a crazy September, to be determined. Pittsburgh, Bay Area, I think about 220 to 230,000 is probably where the delivery number is going to come in for the quarter. There's my camera. Pittsburgh, Bay Area, South London, New Mexico City. Oh, Mexico City, that's cool. Montreal, Canadian, how's it going? Kiev, is that in? I don't want to say it. That's Ukraine. Very cool. Ottawa, Canada. Alex, how's it going? Alex says, hey Ash, long time, excited about the stream. Awesome, cool. Chi-Town, Israel, St. Martin. Man, you guys we're global. Juju Gang is global. And it's global for a reason. Look at Tesla, 755. So first things first, I want to highlight my tweet and kind of set the preference. So today is quadruple witching, right? Today's quadruple witching. I think it goes without saying. You saw in the thumbnail, you saw in the title. I tweeted an hour ago now saying, remember, quadruple witching today means S&P rebalancing. Tesla up about $130 since last rebalance date, which was I think June 18th, June 23rd, something like that. So presumably lots of buying to do. Remember, the way rebalancing usually works in these index funds is it's based on market cap, right? So if market cap grows, the share in the fund grows, right? If market cap shrinks, vice versa. Couple that with window dressing could be a fun way to end the month. Remember, window dressing, I haven't talked too much about this yet, but I probably will moving into the end of this month. But presumably, I guess you could probably make an argument that window dressing, if it's a big enough position for window dressing to be effective, funds might want to do it during quadruple witching week where there's a lot of liquidity in the market. And then, yes, a live stream today at 12 p.m. Pacific, which you guys are obviously tuning in on. So as I set that precedent, or as I set the table there, it looks like Tesla is rallying hard. It looks like the Juju stream is working. Good vibes, folks. Germany, Slovakia. Parker says, hi, guy. We are here with you. Awesome. Welcome, Parker. Warren says, off talk about Lemonade will start showing year-over-year growth. Yeah, Lemonade was such a dog of a stock for me. I had some leaps. I had to dump them. I was bag holding. I'm just staying away from Lemonade personally for the time being. But it seems like the hype around Lemonade and some other companies like that has died down a little bit. But if it's a good company, then definitely do your own DD. Finally getting back on a live stream. Juju Gang, baby. Casey, how's it going? 757, 756.50 on Tesla stock, folks. Tesla is rallying on probably rebalancing. Remember, the reason why we go live during power hour is not just it's the last hour trading, but really like there's kind of a saying in Wall Street or in Wall Street trading, more degen trading, let's say, that you know, if you're a trader on Wall Street and you're there to make alpha, at a personal level or a smaller portfolio manager, like the majority of your moves should be in the first hour of trading and the last hour of trading. Really, talk about professional traders. The majority of the money that they make, often they'll tell you, is in the first hour of trading, and then they'll just go back to the office, back home, wherever they do. Like people don't usually trade during the middle of the day, during lunch hour, unless they work for a big quant fund or something, or a big trading fund. But most retail traders or people that are whales in the space, first hour is really it's like the glorious hour for trading. Couple, and then also the last hour, obviously, especially when you mix that in with Friday, because Friday we have for today 4 different sets of options futures expiring. Things are rolling, so it's an exciting time where you're going to see a lot of volume, like we saw on this 1 minute candle at 12:04. So about 4 minutes into our stream, so about 3 minutes ago here, we saw volume of 130,000 shares traded. You'll see that spike right there. And this is Webull. Get your 2 free stocks. Oh, it looks like Streamlabs just pulled that up. Didn't time it. Get your 2 free stocks with the affiliate link if you want to help support the channel. Jupiter says YouTube join or Patreon. Jupiter, I think Patreon might. Whatever you want. Whatever you want. I'm gonna leave it to you. But I think the way I have it structured on YouTube memberships is that not retailer, but the one above that, and thinking investor and beyond, get access to Discord. And Patreon is a little bit easier to navigate as well. So I'll check that out. Yes, I am, Brandon. I am long on Tesla, stocks and leaps. Okay, so let's take a look here. 1 second. But yeah, I definitely appreciate you wanting to join. Let's see here. Alex says, I like BYND for another growth stock. The McPlant is huge in my opinion. There's a lot of murmur about BYND on Tesla Twitter today. So yeah, check it out. Again, do your own DD for your stocks. No one can tell you what to buy or sell. It's always a personal decision. Sweet. Okay. Andy says, who took my 720 coffee bet? Yeah, Andy. So in Discord, so that's you. Okay, so Andy was making a bet yesterday by saying, I'll bet anyone that Max Payne doesn't even come true tomorrow, because there was a lot of talk around Tesla Twitter, and people that follow Max Payne a lot. You guys know how I feel about Max Payne. If you don't, I can talk about it later. But that Max Payne was sitting at, what was it, Andy, 700 or something? Was it 720? I thought it was 700, but regardless, it was sitting pretty low and closing at 755-ish yesterday. It was like, wow, are we gonna bleed all of Friday? And so that's proving not to be true. And Andy made a little coffee bet. I'm not sure anyone took you up on it. But yeah, Chris says hit the like button. Thank you, Chris. Appreciate that. Let's see how many likes we got on here. We did awesome, by the way, with our likes on the other stream. We're at 52 likes. Let's see if we can get over 150. I think we should be able to. So we're at 52 likes right now, 60 here. I just discovered that I can actually gauge live likes on stream. 71. Thanks for hitting the like, y'all. It helps support the channel because YouTube's algo actually hates me. I've realized that it doesn't like recommending me a lot, and that's probably my fault because I don't tell people to like the video often. Because I'm like, who am I to tell you what to do with your life? But yeah, if you want to support, we're at 103, 105. Okay, we're growing. Thanks, folks. Appreciate it. Let me this camera is bothering me. Sorry, folks. Okay, a little bit better. Okay, so let's check it out. So 755 for all the audio listeners on here. DJ, how's it going? I made it. That little pop was nice. Alex, I can. Hold on. I will. So apparently Elon's tweeting. Let's check that out. Let's check out what's happening. Oh yes, let's talk about FSD beta version 10.1. Let's do that, shall we? Yeah, big green candle on the likes. 124 likes, almost at 150, folks. Okay, so Elon tweeted last night. It was kind of breaking news. So Elon out of nowhere tweeted. There's some other. So he tweeted, good feedback from FSD beta 10 users. 10.0.1 release coming out now. And that's just, I think, a minor update. I'm not entirely sure what happened there. Thanks for subscribing, y'all. Lawrence. 10.1 beta 10.1 rolls out a week from Friday, so next Friday, with beta request button. So folks, we've finally got our request button. Now at this point, when I read this, I was excited, but I still was a little bit timid in terms of my enthusiasm, only because I didn't know what the beta button meant. Like, can I press it and I get put into queue and I'm potentially never even get it? And so someone tweeted a great question, Ivan did, saying, will everyone get the beta button right away? Or about how many upon beta request button? Elon said, beta button will request permission to assess driving behavior. Get this, using Tesla insurance calculator. If driving behavior is good for 7 days, beta access will be granted. I think this is kind of a canary's. This is kind of a rabbit hole we can go down with Tesla insurance, but it shows you that Tesla already has. We've been saying this for a while, and it's been no kind of secret. Tesla can really figure out your driving profile based on your car's data already, and it looks like they already have algos in place to score your driving. So a lot of good news there. And so everyone's probably going to be driving safe for the next 7 days. Let me know in the comments. Do any of you guys have FSD? Chris, that's savage. Do any of you guys have FSD? And do you guys plan on requesting the beta? The beta. I don't have FSD, unfortunately, and I can't get access to the subscription. The reason why I didn't buy FSD is just I wasn't bullish on our government authority passing anything around robo taxis anytime soon. For context, here in Vancouver, Canada, where I live, we got Uber and Lyft. Like 2 years ago, year and a half ago. Like COVID's kind of ruined my timeline, but really recently we got Uber and Lyft. The taxi lobbying here is insane. It took, and even Uber and Lyft are kind of like you have to like pass a special drivings test. Like it's not even an open market for it. Scott says yes, he'll get it, absolutely. Eric too. Jan says I don't even have a Tesla car. Eventually, I'm sure you won't. You're in Europe, right, Jan? So hopefully, and I'm probably even less bullish on FSD coming to Europe than I am on Canada. I think that's a different story. Yes, Michael Kelsey, FSD subscription only here, 2019 Model 3. Yes, I remember you buying it on the night and you sharing this on Discord. I really want you to get the beta and check it out and see if you're and share insights. To my knowledge, I think you're one of the few in our Discord that have subscription, FSD subscription. I'm assuming the 7 days starts from when you hit the button, not retroactive. Beta button will request permission to access driving if driving behavior is good for 7 days. Yes, it is worded like that. You're right, Scott. T-Mac, thanks for the super chat. Hey Asher, here's 1% of a Tesla share for you. Thanks for all you do. I appreciate that, T-Mac. Much love. T-Mac is awesome. He's in our Discord, VIP supporter of the channel. Much love. If only I could buy fractional shares. I think I can actually with Interactive Brokers. I think you can buy fractional shares. It's gonna
do. Hey Yashu, here's 1% of a TSLA share for ya. Grin. Thanks for all you do.
There we go. So apparently the audio's working now. See here, got FSD since 2019, and yes. Okay, so retesting 755 on Tesla. Now, okay, this is kind of the going thesis. Let's talk about let's talk about insights into next week. If and when FSD comes out, I'm not super bullish. I'm kind of a contrarian in the sense that I don't think the market or Wall Street is going to give credit to Tesla for full self-driving in the short term. Like, for example, I think if next Friday the beta button comes out and, in 7 days from there, like it kind of says, people start getting access. Like, I'm not bullish on mainstream media picking up that as articles. If anything, I'm kind of ready for the FUD storm around, as soon as you open up stuff to like the average layman like me, stuff can go wrong. And when stuff goes wrong, or it doesn't even have to go wrong, but if situations get scary and someone pulls away and a viral video happens or something, like I'm kind of ready for that FUD storm a little bit, at least to begin with. So that being said, it's kind of an opportunity almost, right? That might happen. That being said, moving away from FSD, I think next week is going to be really interesting because next week, after rebalancing is done, we kick into kind of window dressing weeks, in my opinion. So we have 2 weeks of window dressing that could potentially happen, which portfolio managers will buy Tesla probably to front run number one, because front running deliveries, I think, is going to be a big deal. Tesla at 755 now. I think front running delivery is going to be a big deal. Front running Q3 earnings call might be a big deal as well. Um, and it's gonna, let's see if Elon is gonna be on this earnings call. I don't think he's gonna be on this earnings call. If anyone knows for a fact if he's off of it or if he was planning to go off of it, that'd be good insight to get. But I'm curious to see who's gonna pick up the slack in the earnings call. It's probably gonna be Zach Kirkhorn, maybe Drew Baglino. So to be determined as to kind of how that goes. Here. So what else? What else did Elon tweet that was interesting here? Manuel says I'm actually on my way to Starbase. Very cool. Nice. Gentry, how's it going? Blake says Model 3 2019 with FSD, fingers crossed. My driving pleases Elon. I can test drive the shit out of this beta. I think a lot of people are going to be driving very safe. Okay, here. Okay, so check this out. So someone asked Elon when FSD in Norway bought it twice now and early. In Norway, right? So Elon says technology probably ready in a few months. Thereafter, limited by regulatory approval. So, if Norway is only a few months away, that's very exciting, because also another tweet, not to repeat myself too much, I had yesterday was what was it at? It was let me just try to find it. The speed of the updates is accelerating. Like, I'm not sure if you guys have noticed how much faster updates are coming out now. The one person I do love watching on this, and I'll pull it up on YouTube if I can. Shout out to Chuck, who posts very awesome. I think his name is Chuck Wood. No, sorry, Chuck Cook. He has this great video specifically. Check him out. Chuck is awesome. Shout out to you, Chuck. Let's just see here. One sec. Let me just update my Chrome doesn't want to move. Hold on. There we go. So Chuck has this video out called FSD Beta version 10 Unprotected Left Turns. I suggest everyone looking into FSD check this out. There's some work to be had with unprotected lefts. Chuck does an awesome job because he has a drone, so you can see the full perspective, bird's eye view, and then you can see how the car does. One feedback looking at this, obviously, is that it doesn't creep nice enough. Like, it creeps too, like right now it's too far back. It needs to creep like right there and stop, which now it does. So it's a little bit slow, and unprotected lefts arguably are probably the hardest thing to do when driving. I was watching some Waymo videos last night on unprotected lefts, but the catalog was hard for me to find without going through a lot. So, check this out. It's a little bit slow on making the turn sometimes. Sometimes it'll cut it off. Whenever it does it, it's just mind-boggling when it does do it. So there's some work to be had, and I'm guessing this is really going to depend on geography, right? Like, some roads, when I'm watching this, and I think he's in Florida, some roads are so different than in Canada. Like, we don't have certain lanes for left turns here in Canada usually, or at least, talking in Vancouver. So this is why I think general AI is the way to go. Is what's going to win. T-Max says Chuck's drone setup is awesome. It's the best, and the way he puts everything together is awesome. Shout out to Chuck. Michael says I'm Ubering for a week. Nice. Yes. Well, if you're Ubering for a week, you'll probably get good data on your 7 days. Let's see here. Paco says, "Can we get an interview with Trip Chowdhury, please?" um, I don't think I haven't seen Trip really come on mainstream media in a long time. And by the way, I really appreciate that you think I have the clout to get someone that is on CNBS on the channel. But yeah. um, Someone says no one cares about Canada, bro. Well, fair enough, man. But you don't care. That's okay. But I do. I wouldn't want to. I would do a U-turn at the next light. Yes, depends on if U-turns are legal or not. Alex says, yeah, she sell puts or calls. Premium is too low for me right now. But yeah, in general, I sell premium. Puts are too like implied volatility percentile, and I can't show it. Damn, I can't show it on Webull. But implied volatility percentile on Tesla is just so low. I have this kind of thesis, and I'm probably wrong on it, but I just kind of have this thesis that we're gonna get hopefully a few weeks here in a few weeks here. Hopefully, implied volatility just to shoot up, and at that point, I think premium selling might make more sense. It's just you're not picking up much, right? If you look at Webull, and that being said, I know Alex, you're doing awesome with your strategy, and everyone else is as well. But if you look at next week's option chain, and we even go to like let's say 800. 800 is $45 away. So in the grand scheme of Tesla, really not a far ways away. You're only collecting $1. That being said, you can go, yeah, why don't you just go to the middle of October and collect 800 then? But then obviously you're running the risk of actually running into 800 stock price by then. And you're collecting about 1700 for 35 days away. So it's just, I guess I'm used to days and probably should not get used to this, but it's probably not going to happen for a while. Where like, back in January when Tesla, options expiring in 4 days, $50 out would be like $15 or something, right? Like those days are kind of gone in terms of implied volatility percentile, or in terms of implied volatility premium being in there. So it's a little bit tough. Selling puts is the way to go for really red day. Yeah, in general, what I've been noticing as well is implied volatility percentile has been increasing disproportionately on red days, which is normal, but like disproportionately so on Tesla. 756.38 on Tesla for all the audio listeners out there. Tesla is green. Yes, Tesla's flirting with that green zone right now. Let's take a look here. I care about Canada, love Canada, and I love Canadians. Thank you. Yeah, Alex says I'm making quite a bit selling puts. Yes, I'm trying to get my dad into selling more puts. Like, he loves just buying shares outright. I'm like, Dad, if you're gonna buy shares just outright in lots, you should probably do the wheel strategy or sell puts before that. And so I was talking to him about it yesterday, and we were looking at the premium, and it's just tough. But that being said, it's like a double-edged sword, and I think I saw a comment about this. Like, premium is low, arguably because the stock price movement is not as volatile. And if that's the case, then you could make an argument for you're picking up kind of free money, or not free, but picking up, and worst case scenario, if you're selling puts and your cash covered on them, you just buy equity outright, which is presumably what you want to do anyways. If you're selling those puts, so double-edged sword. I'm just waiting for implied volatility to come back, and maybe I'll be waiting a while. Zigzag says, why is volume not that high? Well, volume's pretty decent today. Remember, volume's at 15 million already. We have half an hour to go. Quad witching power hour should bring good volume to come in. Remember, the majority of the volume for quad witching, and I said this in multiple videos last week, would probably be on Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, and then market on close orders today to end the day on closing cross. I think that's where we're going to see the majority of volume. So, we'll see. What typically happens a trading day after quad witching? Well, boy, I'm thinking of, for example, let me know in the chat if you guys remember S&P inclusion for Tesla. And if you're watching Tesla stock, or maybe you were watching this channel, it was actually it was our first live stream, I think, was S&P inclusion. I prepared for that for like a whole day. I didn't know how to do anything, but if you guys remember S&P inclusion Friday, S&P inclusion Friday, remember, market on close, we didn't see a massive. I think we closed at like 680 or 695. Yes, we closed at 695 on Tesla. We didn't see like a massive move, but do you remember the couple of weeks following that? And this is not a one-to-one analogy, but remember what happened in the couple of weeks following uh, S&P inclusion and rebalancing and quad witching. We could, like, that momentum continued. So we'll see. Um, Todd says, with low implied volatility, would it make more sense to buy leaps? Well, yes, in general, low implied volatility percentile, you're better off going long options in an environment that has really low implied volatility percentile, whether it's puts or calls, whatever it might be. Buying options is cheaper with low implied volatility percentile. The problem is, if you're like most, like, there's only a certain point you can keep buying before you have to raise cash again or you have to sell positions. Like, implied volatility percentile has been going down like consistently for a while. I posted this on our Discord. Let me just try to see if I can pull up Discord here for a second. Let's take a look. This is our Discord for the Juju gang, and I posted this on December the 14th, so it's a little bit old. But this is the implied volatility percentile or implied volatility graph for January 2022 options chain, January 2023 options chain, March 2023 options chain. And you can see this is the past 6 months. You can see since kind of February, March, April crash of stock price, implied volatility percentile has been going, or implied volatility has been going down, down, down. And just when you didn't think it could go, even lower, that run up that we had from 670 all the way up to what, 750 now, implied volatility is falling even more, and that's what prompted that video I made about why leaps are going down despite Tesla going up. Michael says, I was there, big dip and jump. Yes, Michael, I remember that. Oh, that's a good. Hold on, I'm just gonna check if I have anything expiring for today. Every Friday, I get a little bit of a mini heart attack when I forget to see if any of my options are expiring. We're good. I'm long for SPY on calls on options for next week. I'm not sure what you guys feel about that. I think we in general saw a bit of a correction in the market. If I pull up SPY and I pull up the daily, I made that September sell-off video, and since the beginning of September, we've sold off on the SPY, not a lot, but we've retraced to the 50-day moving average. And man, the 50-day moving average on the S&P 500 has been like gold, right? Like, going back, what? This is like, I don't remember the last time it breached the 50-day. Well, I guess here at the end of last year in October. Sorry, that's my Weeble alert. So, I'm long SPY going into next week. We'll see what happens there. I should probably stop buying weeklies, to be honest. But it's what we do. Ryan says, can I see implied volatility chart in Thinkorswim? I don't have Thinkorswim pulled up. Yes, okay, I remember. On Thinkorswim you can, but you have to, I think, Google implied volatility percentile Thinkorswim. Let me try to find it for you. Implied volatility percentile. Tasty Trade has like a code. You have to add like a custom indicator in. Let me see here. Yeah, Tasty Trade should have one for you. It's like a custom code I had to add in for Thinkorswim, for IV rank. So you have to add it in customly, I think, actually get it to be like a volume chart on your graph. That's why I like Interactive Brokers for kind of the options analysis side. I should probably throw my affiliate link for Interactive Brokers down there, but I don't have it. Okay, so 756 on Tesla. We're just flirting here with going green or going red. So let's see. So in 1 minute here, let's see if the 30-minute algos kick in to make a move up or down. Let's see. Zigzag, is this your full-time job? Trading? No, hell no. But I spend way too much time doing it. I have too much fun. I started this channel, for context, if you're listening, I have no idea. I started this channel around a couple weeks before S&P inclusion for Tesla as like an outlet for me to like have fun, talk about Tesla, talk about analysis coming out, talk about price action for lots of stocks, but really Tesla was kind of the main motivating factor. And it's just the community is growing. You guys are awesome, and we have fun together watching the markets, dissecting stuff, trying to figure stuff out. Remember, the thesis is always, I'm an idiot. I don't know anything. We're trying to figure out stuff together and try to figure out if there's edges or if there's anything that we could do. So yeah, so just here to have fun. That's what we do. But I work online. I have online business is kind of my background. I'm also a real estate agent here in Vancouver. Yes, okay, I won't read that. Gentry says, been here since the beginning. S&P inclusion was a fun day. Yes, Gentry, one of the OG members here. Jupiter says, question for Delta. For June 2023 calls, 700 calls, so a delta of 67. Does this imply the market expects only a 67% to be in the money then? Yes, but I think your delta must be off. Let me check. Let me check here. So June 2023, let me just get rid of, there we go. So delta for 700 calls in June 2023 is 69%. Nice. Yeah. And remember, that's a little bit more than it would be than if you went to like end of this year. So yeah, you're right. Delta, one way to translate delta on options is yes, what the market is expecting as like a loose chance that this lands in the money. Oh, let me see here. Did my camera go out? Hold on one sec. Huh, what happened to my camera? Hold on, folks. Give me a second. I have no idea what happened to my camera. Hold on. So yeah, I'll keep talking as my camera. Audio's working, just no camera. Okay. Don't need the camera. People say I get it. I'm ugly. I know. Okay, so 750. Oh, 757 on Tesla. I'll try to get my camera working here in a second. I don't know why it just stopped. Benjamin, welcome to
like button. Thumbs up.
Thank you, Benjamin, for the super chat. Appreciate that. You guys are hilarious. So yeah, so let's see where we end up. Let me know predictions in the chat as to. Oh, let me know predictions in the chat. Oh, welcome to Patreon. Can't really read the name though. Ori? I'm not sure what that means. Welcome Patreon. Let me know in the chat what your predictions are for Tesla closing on the day today. Let me know what your predictions are on that. Here. You guys are saying don't fix the camera. Tesla is running. Oh man, that's savage. My camera is pretty sick. I mean, not really. It's a T7i, but for me, it's just more than I can handle anyways. But I have no idea why my camera just died. Something to do with maybe my software. Okay, you guys are saying 760, 754, 756, 760, 750. Okay, so 760. What's the most bullish guess so far? 766 by Gonzalo might take the cake. Interesting. Some people saying below 750. Kenny saying no camera equals Tesla run up. Let's go. Listen, folks. I know, like my face isn't appealing. I get it. And you know what? If Tesla goes up past 760, like no more camera. Okay, hold on. Let's see here. All right, 750, almost 750. So high of day, remember, is, let me just check high of day. High day is 761, and looks like some positive actions happening. Guys, the camera was the limiting factor. The cameras were the battery cells. The camera was the 2170s. No camera is the 4680s. This is the problem. Pardon all the noise, by the way. Okay. Okay. Let's see. 769. Okay. So, hey, we're seeing some positive action. Let me just check macro for a second. Okay, macro is not doing much. It's not very exciting. How are the Qs doing? The Qs are rallying a bit. Perhaps that has something to do with it. Remember what I said, rebalancing has to be done today. So presumably that's partly why we're seeing some action come in. Okay. Some action come in, but the volume, okay, well, pretty decent volume on 5 minutes, 300,000 shares here, 250,000 shares here in 5 minutes. That's pretty decent. Okay, so high a day looks like it's about to come into Tesla. Remember, 761 is high a day. Let's take a look. Folks, I got bad news. My camera's working again. But you know what? I'm going to keep it off. I'm going to keep it off. I'm a man of the people. I keep my camera off. Okay. Let's see here. You know what I just learned as well is I can set a poll on this. Tesla close price. Above. I'm just going to write a poll question for you guys to interact with. Below. All right, let's vote on the poll. Vote on the poll. Yes, Alex, I'll check that. Thanks for reminding me. Break my camera. David says turn it on. I will. Okay, I'll turn it on the next big red candle. Then we'll turn it on. But man, my camera died right around here. Like, listen, I'm a man of the people. If Tesla's running, Tesla's running. Imagine if you're tuning in for the first time, you're like, what the hell is happening? So, I saw this good poll today on Twitter, and Alex has reminded me. I'll check this out. Let me just find it in our Discord. Let's take a look here. So, bull flag. set your calls to buy when your camera breaks. Put Juju in front of the camera for a plaid move. Where's my die cast? I should find that. All right, we got a red candle. I'm coming back on. Hold on. Actually, no, folks. I'm pretty superstitious about this stuff, even though I know it doesn't matter. But I'm back. I'm back. Oh, I turned it on. It just. Did you see that? That was definitely part of the camera coming on. Okay, high day has to come in. Let's do it. Great American says, glad to see the Hit the Bid Power Hour live stream back. Thank you, Great American. Okay. Wow, we're running. I don't even want to move away from watching this at the moment. It looks like, again, rebalancing potentially here. Actually, I mean, look at the volume on these 1 minutes. Yeah, it looks like rebalancing is coming in. So let's see. Let's see what the poll results are. Okay, so 60% of you guys and girls say we're going to close below 765. 40, obviously by subtraction, say we're going to close above 765. Let's go, Juju Gang. Vern here, not in the hospital this time, also benefiting from the US GBP today. Welcome, Vern. Good to hear you're doing better. 760. Let's hit 7. Let's go over 760. Let's go over 760. Some big volume coming in though. You can tell this is a quad witching end of the day because the volume that's kicking in is pretty massive. Yes, I'm going to show it now. How about let's just do it. Here it is. So this is the poll I saw today on Twitter, and I voted, obviously. Someone's asking, what EV would you buy if you had to make one choice? Presumably, they wanted Tesla not to win. Lucid Air at 520-mile range, Tesla Model 3, Y, S, and X, Ford F-150 Lightning, Audi e-tron. It's safe to say Tesla won by a huge majority on this poll. What I found, actually, someone on Discord, Kanaka, I think it was you that said, notice how they have to add in how many mile ranges or how many miles the range is for the Lucid car. to actually justify it. And remember, Lucid is creating what I think is going to be, a pretty expensive car, but they're only delivering, I think 500 is it? And maybe you guys know better than I do. I know, folks. It's 500, I think, right? So, and I think their battery pack is going to be bigger for the first couple of hundred as well than it is for the rest, presumably to get some confidence into the range for the early adopters. So, where are the oranges? Says Julian. Thanks for asking. I don't have oranges. I'm eating a peach today, and that's not because I wanted to. It's because our oranges went bad. Don't know why, but we bought a. You guys don't know. Oranges are good juju on this channel. We usually eat mandarin, citrus. Some people have even confessed to eating lemons on during power hour during the live stream. To each their own. Different strokes for different folks. But today, I'm not sure if peach qualifies as a citrus, but that's what I have today. Thanks, Julio. Okay. 760 is, we're having a hard time beating 760 here. Having a hard time passing through 760. Let me just see if I can. So the majority of the volume today has been on 757. That's where I think the volume weighted average price on the day as well is at 756. Okay, so 756. But 760, we're having a hard time cracking through. Remember, 764.50 is that level that we're looking for to break past. I think we're going to have some resistance there as well. Chris says, there have definitely been some power hours where we all ate lemons. You guys are wild. Scott says, I'm having apple cinnamon tea. That sounds good. I'm turning into tea, man. And I talked about this last month on the live stream. Oh, 760 break. Here it is. Let's go. Damn. Okay. Anticlimactic. How about I won't talk about it for a second and then we'll pass 760. I talked about how I'm moving away from coffee. I moved more into tea, folks. I'm big on the tea thing now. Okay. Been having like 5 cups of tea a day. I'm staying away from coffee. I feel better. And this is coming from a coffee addict from the age of like 13. But yeah, it's yeah, I'm kind of liking the change into tea. From Georgia, that's right. My peaches are from the Okanagan, not Georgia, unfortunately. Justin Bieber wouldn't be happy. When is Q3 earnings call? Third week of October is my guess. All right, 760 we've passed, folks. 760 we've passed. Let's see if we can hold above water and retest. Folks, I mean, it's good to be green, albeit, 44 basis points on the day. Good to be green, rebalancing being done, market on close orders probably to be had in the next 17 minutes here until close. It's going to be exciting times. Next week will be exciting as well. Vern says the Lucid battery originally advertised 113 kilowatt hours. Now a separate range version and reverse engineering the charge rate is looking at 123 kilowatt battery. So add to throw in more batteries for greater than 500. Here's the thing, as well as people always like to argue, not you, Vern, but people like to argue bigger battery equals more range. It's not true. It's about efficiency on that battery. So if you gave Teslas the same kilowatt hours, their whole battery management system is and their efficiency of the car. That's why structural battery pack is going to be so big. It's not about the kilowatt hours if you know engineering wise what you're doing. So the mistake that we made when we were buying our Leaf or when we first bought our Leaf, and then we were looking at the Bolt and all this sort of stuff, was that we just looked at kilowatt hour battery pack and we're like, bigger kilowatt battery pack equals more range. That's definitely not the case. Definitely not the case. Tea with rose water, must try. Interesting. Okay, I'll try that. Ford closes a factory in my state in India. Huh. You can be an honorary Brit, Yash. Thank you, Too Many Fails. I kind of feel like one, I guess, with the Commonwealth, our Canadian, or our Commonwealth connection. Yes, agreed. Someone's saying Tesla is going to close at 769.69 today. Yeah. I love coconut water. Okay, so good strength here into close. Do we continue the strength into next week? Let's see. Um, let's see here. You guys are hilarious in the Discord as well. All right, 760. 760. Let's go. Um Bailey says I have pristine teeth, my guy. Thank you, Bailey. I appreciate that. I'm not sure if it's the filter. Probably the filter, to be honest. I don't have a filter on this, do I? Any word on Uncle Leo? Heard he has over 5 million shares. Yeah, so we talked about Koguen, who actually is a friend of the show. No update on scheduling him in for an interview, but he says he is down and he's gonna let me know when his schedule clears up for an interview. So we'll see. But to be honest, I don't think the buying right now is him. I think this is more rebalancing happening. Well, yeah, we'll see though. All right, well, we're selling off post 760 here to retest supply. I think 760 probably holds. My closing guess on the day, you guys have given me yours. My guess is 758. That's my closing price guess. 758. That's not to say we don't rally past high of day here again, and we didn't actually hit high of day. We actually just came a little bit shy from it. But my closing price guess is 758, which I'm content with. If you look at the weekly graph, this is the weekly graph on Tesla, and I think being long term is healthy and prudent, right? These are the weekly candlesticks for Tesla. Since middle of May, just slowly but surely kind of grinding up. And this channel up here, the 780, what is this? The 780 high from, again, middle of April, is kind of the next level to look at before, obviously, the 800 level, which is a psychological, and then high of all-time high, 900. We're going to need a lot of things to go right here. I think we're going to need Austin and Berlin to go online. We're going to need supply chain constraints to ease up a little bit. I think we're going to need macro on our side, which, again, I think we might have. So we'll see. There's a word that he's finished his buy. Huh, interesting. Boba. That's hilarious. This is my favorite. This is like my mixer cup. It's like a huge, like the size of my hand. It's huge. It's like the only cup I have other than water bottles that carries a lot of water. Uncle Leo says Gentry question mark. Yeah, so he's the guy that was on Twitter who's a big businessman in China, owns She International Corporation, who was looking to buy Tesla stock. Let's see here. Peaches aren't getting it done, and orange is an orange. Yeah, absolutely. Charles says, ran it down to drain the calls, ran it back up to drain the puts. We'll see. I think a lot of this price movement isn't market makers, because if you look at the 5-minute, right? These are the 5-minute candlesticks for a second. This candle had almost 500,000 shares traded. The next candle, almost another identical amount, 475,000 shares per candle traded in 5 minutes. This sell-off is, and we have about 2 minutes left in this candle, is on lower volume. So presumably this could be profit taking. This could be a million different things, but it does look like we're retesting supply on the what EMA is this? This is the 9 EMA on the 5. So it does look like we're retesting. It could be a bull flag. I see a lot of comments coming in about that, so we'll see. Do I own any SPWR? No, I don't. In fact, I don't even know what that is. SunPower? No, I don't. Jupiter says, according to Squawk Square on Twitter, everything is market makers. Yeah, I think that narrative can be overblown at times, because, I mean, here's the thing. When volume is low, I'm like very low. Like we're talking like under 10 mil. And trust me, we've had days where volume is just very low. I think that narrative could make more sense on a day like quad witching, on a day like S&P rebalancing day and all this stuff. I think I don't give much credence into that sort of conspiracies on day like today. I think big money really owns the day today. Okay, 10 minutes left into power hour on quadruple witching. If you're joining for the first time and you're liking the content, hit like, hit subscribe, join the Juju gang. We're at, how many likes are we at? So 212 likes. Thank you, folks. Let's see if we can get to 300. 300. Let's see if we can hit that. We have 517 people watching. Thanks for tuning in, folks. You could be doing anything. You're probably at work even. Who knows? I know I would be. Okay, so we're having a good time. So 760 looks like a retest is coming in. 250 likes. There we go. Ryan, how's it going? Whatever says, are you interested in Beyond Meat stock? No, but I am interested in Beyond Meat product. I am a vegetarian. I haven't purposely eaten meat my whole life, really ever. So I've been vegetarian my whole life. I've been vegan for a couple of years. I've just added in a little bit more like cheese and stuff was hard to stay away from. So, that's definitely my vibe, but no, I do not. I haven't looked into the stock, to be honest. Work, what's that? Yeah, exactly, Kevin. So yeah, exactly. So if we go up to the 5 minute, again, this looked like to be some sort of profit taking candle, like we were talking about. Let's see how much volume kicks in on this candle. 760. We're having a retest here, folks. We're having a retest. Steve says that's cool. Good for you. Thank you, Steve. Julian says that explains the teeth. Man, you guys like my teeth, but I'll tell you what, the dentist doesn't think so. Just had a root canal last week. I went to the dentist for a checkup. He's like, "Oh, we got a root canal. Can we do it tomorrow?" I was like, "Oh, man." So I had to come in. Wasn't fun. 760, 759.57 on the stock. Thanks for subscribing, folks. Let's see here. So let's see. Was it free? I don't think the dentist loves me enough to start doing work for free. I'll tell you what, it was fun actually running into someone at JJB. I'm not sure if this person's watching. Rob, don't mind me calling him out. I ran into a person at a local coffee shop that watches the channel. It was a cool experience for me. It was kind of taking stuff I do online, offline. It was kind of cool. We had a good conversation. I'm a dentist in the UK. Got a root canal patient first thing in the morning. Well, luckily for me, it was only a one root tooth, so it wasn't that long. I've had another root canal in my life, and it was just brutal. I just don't like root canals. I don't think anyone does. Oh, Gentry said I heard Canadian healthcare system was free. No, dental is not free here. Dental is very, very goddamn expensive. Very expensive. Yeah, volume's kicking in, folks. Volume is kicking in for sure. So this candle has already, and we have about 2 minutes left, 2.5 minutes left on this candle. The volume has already taken up pretty much the highest volume almost of the day, on the 5 minute at least, and we're at 725,000 shares traded on this 5 minute candle. It's not even over yet. Yeah, on the 1 minute, like you guys are saying, some massive volume kicking in. Again, this is quadruple witching. This is rebalancing. These are big money portfolio managers coming in, providing liquidity, buying in, selling into other stocks. Like this is, like we're not expecting a move up or down necessarily on quad witching for everything, but it's a big deal when like a large amount of shares trade hands. That's what we're looking for. So look at these 1 minute candles, right? The 1 minute candles, 250, almost 250 grand, 250,000 shares a pop on these candles. So it looks like high of day. Oh man, this is so volatile, hey? Pretty volatile. Interesting. Digital. I didn't know that you could do that. Huh. All right. Let's see here. I will say this is a little bit off topic. We have about 6 minutes left into quadruple witching hour. Oh man, look at this. Look at these little swings happening here. I've gotten into NFTs lately, but not NFTs, CNFTs, Cardano NFTs. I've gotten into Clay Nation with Cardano NFTs, a couple other projects. I'm really finding the NFT system like really fun. And this is someone that was very anti NFT. I was like, just right click save JPEGs. I'm always late to things, but I'm really liking the whole CNFT Cardano vibe. Camera's out of focus here. I got it. Go. Thanks for subscribing, folks. Mark says, when did 2024 leaps come out? I think they're already out, Mark. I think June or January, was it? Yeah, should be out. January 2024 is already out. Okay, so 7:59:26. Some wild swings happening in Tesla at the moment. This is the 1 minute chart. Volume is up to is yeah, it's pretty crazy. Thanks for subscribing, folks. We're at 281 likes, by the way. 19 away from 300. When we get to 300. Thank you, Chris. You just read my mind. Let's see. So it looks like we're probably gonna close right around here. Man, I'm not good with the camera, folks. You're gonna have to bear with me on that. 7:59. Let's see here. By the way, I got some Juju merch coming in. Hopefully that's a little bit better on the focus. I'm working on some Juju merch at the moment, and let me just see if I can find. Okay, good, awesome. So we have a minute left here, or 4 minutes left here into close. Looks like Tesla's consolidating at 7:59. A pretty decent way to end the week, I think. Right? Remember what happened last week? We pretty much got rejected off of this 760-ish level. We're putting in kind of a bullish hammer candle on the weekly, moving in. The last time we kind of did that, let me try to find the last hammer candle we had was, it almost looks like the last hammer candle on the weekly was the 18th of June when buyers pushed in at the end of the week to push us green, and we rallied quite a bit the following week. So let's see what next week has to bring. It's going to be exciting. Let's see what the market has to bring. Remember, I think on the 22nd, so that's next Wednesday, I believe, and someone can confirm with me on how this works or what the dates are. But I think the Fed is speaking on or meeting on the 22nd, and there's going to be tapering discussions to be had. We'll see. We'll see if we have tapering discussions and if tapering does come through or if it doesn't. Word on the street, last time I checked, was that tapering isn't going to be a big deal or isn't going to actually happen. Can I have a t-shirt? Juju Julian. I'll show you guys the merch after power hour here. I want to keep on this. What program is this? What site is this? This is Webull. You can get an affiliate link two free stocks in the description. Jesse says, what's the meaning of Juju? Not a long story, but essentially Juju just means like good vibes. And during the early parts of this channel, I would be eating oranges and I'd be saying, good Juju only. And whenever we'd come together as a Juju gang, somehow Tesla would be rallying all the time. So hence the term, the name, the phenomenon, the philosophy of Juju was born. And so, yeah, this channel is about good vibes, good Juju only. Close above 760, says Alex. Yeah, I'd be happy with that. Yeah, it's pretty intense what's happening, but remember, volume is died down a little bit. Let's see, next couple minutes here. Volume's died down, I mean, not massively, but the volume has died down since the 55 mark. So let's see what the last candle has to bring coming up here in the next 3 seconds. All right, last minute on the quadruple witching stream on Tesla. Let's see, 760 is, this battle is pretty crazy. Let's see, after hours is going to be interesting as well. So remember, we have closing cross, market on close orders likely to happen right at close today as well. So I'm very interested to see. I'm just going to make sure my Webull has extended hours on. There we go. Let's go. So 760, this battle is pretty intense. Remember, 764 should be just as intense as well. Because remember, that's our high of the channel from last week, a couple weeks ago. Let's see. Man, this is pretty crazy. 759.69. Nice. 7. There we go. There's the closing bell. And boom. So we've closed at 759.49, I think, is the closing price. After hours, we're probably going to continue to see some volume here, some back and forth. The volume on the last minute, is this right? Folks, check this out. The volume on the last minute on the market on close, someone correct me if this is wrong, was 7.431 million, ending the day for volume on Tesla at 25.78 million shares traded hands. Wow. The last minute was 7.431 million shares traded. That's the closing cross for you. Thanks for joining our Juju gang on Discord and Patreon, Arthur. Thanks for the support on the channel. Much love. So in the 5 minute, check out the volume. You know, we're talking about how massive volumes kicking in, massive volumes kicking in. Look at the last minute. So it looks like buyers and sellers were pretty much equally paired-ish. Buyers did end up winning this candle. So you could argue that buyers, or well, I guess on the 1 minute, it was down about 20s, 30 cents. So it looks like pretty even. Let's see what next week brings. It's gonna be interesting. You guys don't see that volume on your platform? This looks like it's right because the rest of the 1 minutes are accurate. I was seeing 250,000 shares on 1 minute. So the closing cross brought a lot of volume. And if you remember, our volume wasn't anywhere close to 25 million, which is where we ended the day until the last minute. Yeah, it's right, says Alex. Okay, thanks for confirming. Great American says I saw 7.26. Okay, perfect. So it's not just me. Solid week. It's yeah, okay, perfect. Yahoo Finance says that. Solid week overall, folks. I mean, yes, we're not getting those 20% up days, 10% up days, but slowly grinding forward, slowly grinding up. Tesla finishing up 33 basis points on the day is better than Apple. Apple finished down almost 2% on the day today. Let me check our favorite EV companies here on the watch list. Ford finishing up 1%. GM finishing down 35 basis points. Lucid up massively, about 9% on the day. NIO up 1% and a bit. Nikola up 3.5% on the day today. XPV up of 3.5%. So Tesla finishing, relatively speaking, flat to that, but green is green. So we'll take it. Let's see what after hours brings on Tesla. Let's see. Digital says, I like this week. It feels like the market believes there's no bubble and the price should move with sales and profit now. Yeah, let's see. Let's see what happens. Deliveries are coming up in a couple of weeks. Window dressing to happen in the next couple of weeks as well. I'm bullish on that. As promised, here is if you want to get merch, if you want to help support the channel, you can. I rejigged some of these designs. I have some on back order. My merch, my dad just kind of took. I kind of gifted it to him, so he's rocking the sweater wherever he goes. So I reordered some of this stuff. My favorite is probably the hoodie. I enabled pink as well on the hit that bid. On the back, you got the Juju orange. So check it out in the description if you want. No pressure. Let's see. Yeah, we're dropping a little bit after hours, but not really. We're still holding 759, so we'll see. Exactly. Arsang says, do you think Q3 reports will push to 785? 780 is kind of the resistance first that we have to pass through, so we'll see. I'm bullish on fundamentals, is what I'll say, right? Because remember, the stock always doesn't follow fundamentals, and sometimes fundamentals are way overperforming stock price, and that provides us alpha on the upside. Sometimes vice versa is true for companies. Remember, if Tesla can, I think Wedbush came out today and said they're expecting Tesla to deliver close to 900,000 cars this year and 1.3 the following year. I think 1.3 is kind of low, but I think 900 is within the deck. I'd love to see 1 million push, but I think it's going to be tough unless Berlin and Austin can really ramp up fast. It's going to be tough, though. It's going to be tough. Alex says, I got rid of the box on the logo. Yes, I did. I did some Photoshop maneuvering. It took me some while. I am not a graphic designer, but I got rid of it. Yes, indeed. Apparently you like it. Emmanuel has given me some feedback around it. So now it's just, it's stroked out in white around it. So it's a little bit more cash. But the Juju orange has to remain on the back. I didn't want to make it too high, but kind of upper middle is kind of what I put it at. Personally speaking, I wanted to buy the pink, but I had to go with the classic black for me. But pink probably is next. I think I could rock the pink. The problem is I'm not clean enough for fair colored clothes. That my opinion. Um, let's see. 3 gigafactories, only 1.1 million analysts on Tesla team just willingly ignorant. Here's the thing that I've learned with Tesla is a lot of the analysts a lot of analysts on Tesla don't like to give with manufacturing Tesla credit until it happens. You could argue FSD credit is given to Tesla. Elon said as much. But with manufacturing, I think they like to see it. Like, for example, if you look at Shanghai, right? When did Shanghai come out? Was it November 2019? If we go to November 2019, let's go on the weekly. Let's see, right around. Someone confirm for me when Shanghai opened. I think it was November 2019 or end of 2019, right? So right around here is when Shanghai opened on the weekly. This is November of 2019, right? Let me just make sure you guys can see everything on the dates. One sec. So right around here, right? We were flat. This is weekly, so this is very macro. And then Shanghai got up and running, and then boom, Gentry says, "Yep." So Shanghai got up and running, and I think we all remember this first bull run that Tesla had up to about almost $1,000, a little bit over, maybe even, or it says 193 times 5, so a little bit less than $1,000. That original run up in January and February of 2020. Then we know what happened with COVID and factory shutdowns and all that sort of stuff. And then if you look at weeklies now, and I think Gary Black is making this argument as well, 2 factories coming online is and especially Austin. Austin is huge. Berlin and Brandenburg's huge as well, but Austin is massive. And we're not seeing the same staling price action. We're more grinding up on the weekly. But man, two new factories opening up in a matter of weeks. We know what happened last time, and albeit different circumstances, stock price valuation was different, PE might have been different, but 2 new factories, like, I'm very excited fundamentally. So yeah, that's true as well. Gentry says the Cybertruck also came out then. Nicola also got a lot of credit. Giga Shanghai delivered first Model 3s in Chinese New Year Eve 2020. November 2019 is right. Thank you, Majesty. Thank you. So, folks, all I'm going to say is, who knows what's to happen, but I'm very excited, fundamentally speaking, about Tesla's future. Austin and Berlin this time next year when they're, and yes, there's battery problems at the moment with 4680, and they're not, I didn't expect them to be at full production yet anyways. 2170s are there for Model Ys. I think we're not going to be able to satiate demand on Model Ys anytime soon. I think, like Elon said, it's going to be the best-selling car in America next year. And yeah, I'm just very excited. I'm excited about the future. It's hard not to be excited about Tesla's future and where they're headed. Yeah, lots of good things ahead, folks. Lots of good things ahead, in my opinion. So we shall see. We shall see. Let me just check here one sec. Where is my Chrome? Gary Black says we're in the same situation as Giga Shanghai coming online. Yes. Alrighty. Much love. We hit 340 likes. Thank you, folks. 60 away from 400. Not bad. Not bad. I think we almost hit 1,000 likes on our last live stream. So if you haven't already, hit the like. Doesn't do anything to you. Doesn't cost you anything, but helps the algo for the channel. Much love. Thanks for coming on for Quadruple Witching Power Hour. I probably should head out now. Much love. Thanks for all the new Patreon supporters on the channel. Catch you on Discord. Just connect your Patreon with Discord on there. Good vibes only. And remember, as we always say, David, I don't know about that. As we always say every Friday, or at least I try to get away from technology, your screens, your investing, your portfolio this weekend. Try to have a mental break. I think mental breaks are important, not talked about enough. Our portfolio doesn't change on the weekend. Try not comparing yourself with other people. Be well, be in a healthy state of mind. All that sort of stuff helps your life, your business, your health, your family, all that sort of stuff. So try to have some good time this weekend, whatever you do. Have a good, be safe, be healthy. That's all I'm going to say. Much love. Take care. Awesome. Thanks, everyone. Chris, Lucas, David, Paco, Gonzalo. Thank you. Appreciate it. Much love. Thanks, everyone. Oh, almost hit 400 likes, 20 away. Much love, guys. Take care, and I'll catch you in the next one. Peace.